what sort of investment plan do I need to embark on for me to be able to be assured that the education for my kids will be guaranteed? There's nothing guaranteed in this world, almost guaranteed for the next 14 years. The second thing that you need to do, you have to come up with a strategy. And in our language, we call it investment plan. How will you move from where you are today to where you desire to be? How will you move? How will you move from A to B? And this is A is today. B could be 5 years from now. How will you move from the A to B? And this is something that you have to do with an expert. And we at Nabo Capital, this is one of the things that we normally help people, our investors to do. We understand your aspirations. We know your situation. We know you help us with what are your resources looking like? What is your biggest concern? What is your aspiration? And then we put together a financial plan or an investment plan for you that will tell you how you move with certainty from where you are today to where you want to be. For example, one of our biggest concerns as a family was education. My kids joined a particular school, and that school, when you were given the fee structure, I looked at the projection for 14 years, and we were going to spend 14 million shillings on every child. And that scared me because I have 4 of them. So we can do 14 million times 4. It's a lot of money. So that became a goal. How can we set this education goal? As a family, we want to be able to be assured that we can be able to pay for our children's school fees regardless of what's happening in our businesses, regardless of what is happening in our places of employment for 14 years. And that becomes a goal. So then I asked the team, the investment team, what sort of investment plan do I need to embark on for me to be able to be assured that the education for my kids will be guaranteed? There's nothing guaranteed in this world, almost guaranteed for the next 14 years. And they came up with very interesting statistics. He said, if we invested 8 million shillings per child, 8 million bob, they can pay school fees. It can pay school fees for 14 years. Until grade 12. And then, on the 14th year, these 8 million, what will be remaining in the account will be 7.1 million shillings. Meaning, I'll have only spent from my own capital 900,000 shillings. And my kids would have gone to school for 14 years. Now, imagine the alternative of spending 14 million per child. You become poor. That's why many people, by the time their kids are finishing school, they are poor. But using these vehicles, investment plans, you can actually be able to overturn the tables and you protect your capital, and it's only the fruit of the capital that is taking care of that particular need. And then at the end of the day, you're still left with most of your capital. That is what we call an investment plan. And this can be structured for anything. If you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, if that is the biggest need that you have, we can put it together as an investment plan. And that was an eye-opener for me because I realized this is what makes the difference between wealthy people and the people who are poor. Because wealth, and by the way, being wealthy and being poor does not depend on how much you have. It's more of a mindset. The wealthy people, they never, once they have their capital, they never want to lose their capital. They never want to use their capital. They only want to use the seed of the fruit of the capital. Majority of us, if you go and get 10 million shillings today, you even can go and pay school fees for the next 14 years. But you've just lost an opportunity. You get? So you cannot protect your capital, protect everything that you make on a day-to-day basis, on a month-to-month basis, protect it. And this investment plan is so critical in helping you to be able to achieve that particular goal. So this is just an example. So the other goal that we set for ourselves was, of course, to wean ourselves from depending on salary. And I think about 5 years ago, my wife, when she was expecting our third born, she just said, you know what, I think the biggest impact she can have is in raising the family. And she retired early. But that would not have been possible if we had not set what? That financial goal, and we were already executing an investment plan to wean ourselves off depending on that particular income. So even your business, what is the financial goal? What is the biggest pain point for your business? How does that feed into your financial goal? What is the most important? Last year, but one, the biggest financial goal for Nabo Capital was to increase our levels of income to a particular level so that it could take care of every expense and remain with something. You see, so we focused on that for 12 months and we were constantly executing, we were constantly discussing it week by week, okay? Your financial goal could be growth. So that could be what you put there as your financial goal. And then you have an investment plan around it. Now, I want to say this about businesses. You know, the most difficult people to preach to are the people who go to church. They're the people who go to church. And this is because they believe that they know God. They assume that they know God. So it is easier to preach to somebody who has never been to church. And in my career, what I've found out is that the most difficult people to invest are the people who are actually successful in business, because they always assume that the business will always be successful. But investment is always there to take care, just in case that business does not come through for you, like many of us, it happened to many of us last year. You must have a plan, an investment plan on the side of your business. Every business, you should set aside some cash. You have an income stream that completely does not depend on your core business. In our business, we call it interest income line. So we have a flow of income that can take care at least 50% of our salaries. Yeah? Even if business does not come through. Why? Because life happens. And when life happens, it does not give you warning. It just comes like that and it changes. So this is a very special call to businesses. Even if you have you're running a very successful business, please make sure there is an investment plan for your business. So we're done with number 4, done number 5. Now we go to the final one, financial discipline.